Hey guys, welcome back. This video will be covering the third dungeon in the game, the Ripple Wine Cellar, and the locations of all the whim stars and dews of inspiration within. To get the key to the Ripple Wine Cellar, you must first have collected the prerequisite 116 outfit items before being able to challenge Rippling Reverie Jenny. In my case, I did not have enough pieces, so I had to craft and buy a whole bunch to meet the requirement. I went to the Marcus Boutique in Flora Wish and bought all the cheap socks and accessories I could get. Once you meet the outfit requirement, challenge Jenny to a styling contest with the fresh style. Equip your best pieces to reach a styling score of at least 8,500 to get a perfect rating. After winning, you will receive the key to the Ripple Wine Cellar. Go through the door and enter the Ripple Wine Cellar. There are 4 whim stars and 21 dews of inspiration in total. The first section just has 1 whim star. Walk down the stairs to the first room. You will see a checkpoint to the right. Ignore it for now and jump across the small canal towards the large barrels on the left side and enter the next room. Defeat the 2 S-lings in here and collect your first whim star. Jump back across the gap back towards the first room. Careful, you will drown if you don't make the jump. As you jump down, note the location of the dews in a cutout in the wooden shelf. Now go to the checkpoint to the next section, the transport path. There is 1 whim star and 6 dews of inspiration in this section. Ignore the doorway and get the 2 dews of inspiration we saw earlier. Now go through the doorway where you will see a roller coaster train thing. As it starts moving, you can see an S-ling in a hole in the wall to the right. We will want to purify it and jump into this hole. You will run into 2 dews of inspiration. Continue along the tunnel and jump across 2 gaps, collecting bling and your second whim star. Jump down onto the roller coaster and head up the dock. Collect the bling and defeat the S-ling. Purify 2 dews of inspiration here. You will see another roller coaster. Jump onto it and prepare for the ride. I recommend standing at the front to have a better view. Defeat several S-lings on the tracks. Then prepare to dodge the giant barrels being launched from the left side. Defeat more S-lings and then dodge more barrels from the right wall. After this, collect the bling and the roller coaster slows down and stops in a beautiful underground cavern filled with waterfalls. Too bad Nikki can't swim. There is nothing to gather here except some bling, so you can just jump onto the next roller coaster. This time, there will be a couple ups and downs, but be prepared to jump off when you see the checkpoint, otherwise you'll be taking a dip. We have now arrived in the next section, the Reserve Vault. There are 2 whim stars and 15 dews of inspiration in this section. In this section, you will need to balance and maneuver on giant barrels. Stand on the side of the barrel in the direction you want to go to move the barrel. Jump to the furthest barrel on the left and maneuver it into the cave. And then jump onto the platform to get 3 dews of inspiration. Jump back to the main platform. Make a note of the whim star and dews of inspiration on the pipes to the upper right. We will go there later. Now jump across and walk to the next room, where you will see many barrels floating from left to right. Jump on the barrels to the middle platform. You are now faced with 3 rows of floating barrels and a doorway on the other side. Ignore the doorway for now. Jump across the barrels to the third row. Defeat the S-ling in the tunnel. After passing through, jump across back to the first row of barrels before the next tunnel. There are 2 dews of inspiration hidden here. Jump onto the platform and defeat the S-ling. Navigate across another set of barrels, defeat the 2 S-lings, and get your 3rd Whim Star. Continue up the stairs and across the pipes to get 2 dews of inspiration that we saw earlier. Jump down and loop back to the room with the rows of floating barrels. This time, jump on the first row of barrels towards the platform with the golden tanks on the left. There are 3 dews of inspiration here. Now we can finally go through the doorway beyond the 3 rows of floating barrels. Make your way across, aiming for the leftmost barrels until you can make it through the doorway. You then arrive in the next room, with several giant barrels and a long staircase leading up to the right. There are no more Whim Stars and dews up those stairs, so don't go up them until you've found everything. First, jump straight across 3 barrels to get 2 dews of inspiration to the left, hidden behind the golden tanks. Then jump back to the first barrel and maneuver it towards the tunnel on the right. Take your time here. There's no rush. Just step towards the direction you want to go and slowly make your way to the tunnel. You will see a hole in the wall on the right side. There are dews here, but let's get the Whim Star first. Once you can jump to the platform, defeat the S-lings and get the 4th and final Whim Star. Make your way back through the tunnel and jump on the giant barrel on the right. Maneuver it into the hole in the wall and get the final 3 dews of inspiration. And there you go. All 4 Whim Stars and 21 dews of inspiration. Now you can go up the long stairs to the office. You will hear some voices talking. There's nothing to collect in the office to the right, so you can just proceed straight ahead to trigger a cutscene with 3 villains who have committed the ultimate sin: selling knockoffs. They will unleash a mob of 7 S-lings. You will make short work of them. Congrats on finishing the 3rd dungeon, the Ripple Wine Cellar. If this guide was helpful, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it.